And welcome back. While I'm here, I'll kick back with the charges as they stream in. Poor Skyhold. Hello, Krem.
Your worship?
Can you think of any other task?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any...
Can we talk?
Certainly. What can I tell you?
Have you had any up?
We went up against Gatler's giants in Ferelden. Not actual giants, but big guys, all wearing a dragon's weight in armor. Might as well be fighting golems. The chief challenged Gatler himself to a single combat. Gatler laughed and called him a horned savage. The chief broke a dam and flooded the valley. Last we saw of Gatler was a bunch of bubbles as we swam away.
We'll talk later.
How you doing?
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company.
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun. Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship. I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
I can think of worse places to go with Cremisius.
So can the chief, believe me. He loves his nicknames.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Did you always know?
Yes. It's not the most fortunate thing to know about yourself growing up in Tevinter one rung above slavery.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunathlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Kunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Maybe your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, Krem. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the chargers, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
So, how'd you join the Chargers?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country, or a chieftain. Something like that.
You really take in anyone, don't you?
Anyone who can carry their weight in a fight.
And who can put up with your bullshit, chief?
man can beat the Chargers, cause we'll hit you where it hurts. Unless you know what's happened with those cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield, we'll gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team. How you doing?
Can you tell me more about Saharon?
What do you want to know?
What were the Fog Warriors like?
They were the worst of the rebels. They trained for stealth attacks. They made this fog. I never saw any mages, so I figured it was alchemy, not magic. They were almost invisible in it. I'd be on patrol in the market square. The fog would roll in, and before I knew it, half my squad dead without a sound.
It almost sounds like you admire them.
They didn't use poison. They didn't hurt civilians, and they were damn good fighters. You have to respect that. Plus, they hit the Vince as hard as they hit us. Hearing some terrified Magister scream, "My slaves! Where are my slaves?" in the fog always put a smile on my face.
Tell me about the Talvashoth.
When Canary can't handle the fighting in Saharan or lose faith in the Qun, they go rogue. They flee into the wilderness and turn into bandits, attacking everyone. They're vicious, savage. You look at them and you can see why my people needed the Qun to stay civilized.
Isn't that what you did, though?
Hey, when I burned out, I didn't go rogue. I reported in and went where the Ben Hasrath sent me. I'm doing my job, serving the Qun out here. I'm not some bandit. I am nothing like them.
Tell me about the Tevinter people you fought.
The Vince sent forces to Saharan every autumn. Guess they didn't like the summer heat. We had some good fights on the beaches, standing in knee-high water foaming red with blood, ships on fire around us. The cities were worse. Free bit of advice. Don't let the Inquisition forces get suckered into urban combat.
Why do you hate Tevinter forces so much? What makes them so bad?
It's not their armies. It's their spies. They bloodied Saharan year-round, killing loyalists, supporting rebels. Allan had no city administrator. Nobody would accept the position. The last 4 who held it died inside a year. Trying to conquer a country is one thing. Making it so nobody can live there, that just screws everyone.
What are things like for the natives of Saharan?
I remember one guy. He made these things, fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talk to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back, and I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
And then?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters fight. He was caught in the middle. That is what things are like for the natives of Saharan.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Indeed.
Your worship?
I wanted to talk about you, if that's all right.
You know, I'm from Tevinter. Wasn't a slave, but even citizens have it rough if they're not mages. I was a soldier, but women joined the ranks under a different program. When they found out I was passing, it got ugly. I ran, at Bull near the border, and ended up here. Not a life I'd wish on everyone, but it'll do.
What's Tevinter like for a citizen? Someone who isn't a slave or a mage?
I'm of the Separati, citizens who aren't mages. Mages are in charge and everyone knows it. But a wealthy merchant can have an easy life. At the low end, people just try to stay out of slavery. My father was a tailor. I joined the army after the Imperial slaves drove him under.
How did slaves drive your family out of business?
My father made shirts, aprons, that kind of thing. Nothing fancy. One of the magisters had a pet project to prevent the poor from dying of cold in the winter. Nice, right? You get Imperial slaves making simple peasant clothes and selling them for almost nothing. That magister's nice idea put out slave-made clothes at prices my father couldn't match.
It's difficult to compete with someone who doesn't get paid.
That's Tevinter. My father sold himself into slavery. He's one of the Servus Publicus, the Imperium-owned slaves now.
You said you left Tevinter when they discovered your secret.
Women are allowed to serve, but only in certain ranks and disciplines. I was up for promotion, but the healer I'd bribed to sign off on my physical had to tend to a sick magister. When the replacement healer saw what was or wasn't in my pants, he made threats. It was slavery or death, so I knocked him out and ran.
We'll talk later.
Nope.
Your worship?
I wanted to talk.
What would you like to know?
Why did you decide to live as a man?
I didn't decide anything. I've been like this my whole life. My parents wanted me to marry up. They tried to find me a nice merchant's son. Every day, put on a dress, look into my father's shaving mirror, and just hate myself.
How did your family react when you started?
My mother wanted to throw me out. She said if I didn't marry well, I was dooming the family to slavery. She was happy to take the money I set as a soldier, though. Not that it mattered in the end. My father. When I was little, he'd angle his mirror down so I could pretend to shave, just like him. He never said anything, but I think he knew.
If you had the chance to use magic, would you change all the way?
What? No. I don't want any magic like that within 10 yards of my body. When I was younger... I don't know. Everyone has silly dreams. In Tevinter, dreams like that get you killed. Bull helped me make a good life. Nice armor and a well-placed sock, and I'm happy.
We'll talk later.
And that is Krem. I didn't actually know we had a trans character in our game. I knew people thought, like, I think Maeveris is her name? But I knew she wasn't in the game.
Inquisitor.
So I just assumed that we didn't have one, so I was surprised pleasantly to hear about that sort of stuff. I thought it was a neat idea.
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or... what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Bianca?
Your name is Bianca.
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the Deep Roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
You can get there from Orlais. It's a long way to the Free Marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such, some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
I think well, shit's the name of the quest. Nice. I think Valimar was that first place I went to. Well, now I feel like I have to do that.
If you've got questions, I'm your dwarf.
About that lead of yours, Varric.
Sure. The sooner we take care of it, the better.
Do you think this lead of hers is real?
Bianca's too much of a researcher to pass me information without verifying it first. But if you're asking whether she'd lie to us, maybe set us up, it's possible. Not likely, though. She risked the wrath of the guild coming in person. A message would have sufficed. Whatever she found in that entrance shook her up. That worries me.
I read your Tale of the Champion.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Carry on.
And what on earth do I need to do for that quest? Oh, I have judgments to do. Da, 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 da.
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
Let's be able to judge you first.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Many places felt the pain of Adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground ye trod in your pathetic life. I serve the living God. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
You are the worst of us. The damage you have done is beyond all reckoning. A mage's crime, a mage's punishment. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, I deny you death. Tranquility.
You cannot! I am a lord, you pissants! I will not lose myself!
Unsurprising. Actually, Vivian approves, but... yeah... Another one? I don't know, it seemed like the worst possible thing I could do to him.
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
You were free to rejoin your comrades, and yet you present yourself here.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
You feel your life is over? There's a place for such wardens. Saruth, you'll go to the deep roads. Your death may be as quick as you choose.
This sends no message. This is just... an end.
So there's operations that are opening up because of these? That's super interesting. I need to go see those. I wasn't 100% sure if public humiliation would actually kill her or not. I was considering granting her wish to send that message, but... Are any of you done? Or actually, you look like you're all still chugging away, aren't you?
Our soldiers handled themselves well in Adamant.
We've come a long way since Haven. I fear there's still a ways to go, but we're prepared.
And this should open up that part of the map. I have these up. Oh, we have a couple more up here. Obtain the ammo of coal. Submissions for me. That's a fair point. Oh yeah, you got 2+ hours. Yours is still 2 hours. I think this one's still several hours as well. Yep. So none of those are going to be happening. Do I want to do a dragon fight, or do I want to... Dude, let's do a dragon fight quickly. Bring in the Black Wall. Solus. And Sarah. I did want to cause as much pain as possible to that particular Deventer Aramond. I may have to use Josephine for that mission. But I like that the game was, you know, called me on that. That was inappropriate.
Nothing to report, sir.
Especially if you're a mage.
After more than 30 days, I have yet to...
My people have translated...
Studies on dragon hunting patterns? Migrations? Durant's theory that dragons can't see the color blue is refuted. With those dreadful raiders out of the way, we can finally lure out the abyssal high dragon. You should have the honor, my friend. I've made note of the appropriate spots in the wastes for you to place lures. Place this bait, and then wait. It will be a momentous achievement in draconology.
I'm off to plant the bait for the High Dragon.
I cannot wait to hear your observations. You must make note of how she circles the hunting area.
We'll have to speak...
Alright. Ladies and germs. As the Han Solo I got a bad feeling plays in my head. I'm putting them on the traps, how convenient.
Now we wait for the dragon. A dragon. Do we ever have uneventful days?
What do we got here? Greater fire resistance, cold vulnerability. Alright, so I'm definitely gonna drink you. You... This might be too far away, but no. Maybe just barely. Solus, drink that. Oop. Oh, I forgot to fill up yours. No, you got no bees! Alright. I'll get you to go there. So now we've all done our thing. Get you to run right there. And while everybody's all kind of together, I'll get you to cast that. How many hit points does this bugger have? 12,000. Only level 14, so... Get you out of the way quickly-ish. You get a move there. Need to get you to back up. I get you to do that, because bad things are coming to hit you. Ooh, that did some good damage. This isn't going to do much damage, because it seems to be a fire dragon, but... Oh, you weren't supposed to fly out of the way. That sucks. Oops. I'll get him to suck back one of those. That's gonna hurt. No problem. My dragon fighting skills have definitely improved. Unique dagger. Oh, for soulless, interesting. More of those, more of that, more of that, more of that. No problem. Piece of cake. Oops. Try inventory first. Accessories, soulless. Now he's got a level up. That just makes them weakened. Wait a minute, is that rock gone? I think it might be. Looks promising. Unless it wants to manifest right in front of me like a jerk. But I think we're good. What have we got here? Dwarven Paragon statue or something? Some mosaic pieces is nice. Neat. I'll take that Abyssal High Dragon. What level am I? Yeah, level 19 versus level 14 probably didn't hurt either. I do have a lot of abilities. Powerful ones, a lot of passes too, and all the attribute bonuses that those provide.
It seems very unlikely that she could be nesting at this time of year. Ah, fellow researcher, how can I help you?
The High Dragon attacked me when I planted the bait. I'm afraid it's dead.
She attacked? How wonderful! You had a first-hand view of her
Did I
behavior.
take any notes?
Did you take any notes on her aggressive posturing? I suppose you wouldn't have. No matter. I should very much like to interview you. At a later time, of course. I could join your Inquisition. My expertise could be of use, and your scouts could help me find other specimens.
Certainly. I'm sure the Inquisition could use a draconologist.
Excellent. I'm sure my research will be of great use to you.
I am 100% confident that there is no way I could possibly live to regret that decision. Now I got these areas, eh?
Inquisitor.
Don't care. Kill the dragon.
Did you hear what happened to Marcus?
Fell into the hot spring. I saw him in the...
It does sound unpleasant.
The Inquisitors coming this way.
This place still doesn't look healthy. But there's a bridge that lets me get across.
Don't worry, your worship. We'll hold the bridge against anything.
Down you go!
Oh, careful, Sarah. You crazy, crazy, crazy woman. Lucky Lair. Hopefully it says 5, and just because then now you know what. Well, I found them all. Only 2, eh? I do enjoy my astrariums. This one seems fairly straightforward. These two are our culprits, so if I start over there, let's just get this point out of the way as quickly as we can, and then we can kind of bounce around here. Get that, get that, get that, and we're gold! A wolf? A white wolf? Yeah, we must need to do another operation to open up that stuff, but... Time to go splunking.
Stay on guard.
Like the Darkspawn are nesting here.
This can't be all of them. There must be more further in.
You look like the side room over here. Get out of the way, Solus! I'm not sure what combo I just put off there, but it seemed very powerful. Yes, the Warden approves. Getting all sorts of like artifacts here. Ancient Teventer ones.
Using giants as beasts of burden. It's mad.
Hmm. Oh, I didn't even think to actually scour that room. I'm just derping along here. Because there's likely a symbol somewhere in here, I'm guessing. Would make the most sense. Because this is where... There we go. Master Spirit Rune, thank you. I'm making the assumption that there's only one, as that has been the convention established thus far.
We should seal the tunnel before more Darkspawn join us.
Keep the Darkspawn at bay.
The tunnel was opened from the outside. Someone was digging here.
The new herb, I haven't obviously seen that one yet, given that I got the codex for it. Hopefully I'll snag some seeds for it. There we go. Oh geez, I went right back to him.
me do it.
Oh. Give that one to Varric, I think. He seems to have fat critical skills.
You hear? I heard.
I think I'm hitting Blackwell's shields when I do that. A good controller rumble out of that one.
Venatori. They've been excavating. I take it breaking into Darkspawn tunnels wasn't part of the plan.
If their plan is to be a thorn in our side, they're doing just fine.
I should have brought Dorian just in case. I don't know where his personal quest is taking him. Just says to kill 3 groups of Venatori. Hopefully if I kill them and Dorian's not present, either there's a replenishing supply or he maybe isn't as happy but is still reasonably happy that the events happen.
That's not what I wanted to see. Not exactly the fight I was expecting when we got here. At least we got the job done.
The men here were laborers. Someone must have been coordinating their efforts. I doubt they stuck around to fend off Darkspawn.
Nom nom nom. More spooky gates, eh? This might pop us out of a different side on the in the western approach. There's a camp over here, and as long as I can get to that, then I'll make a cut. At least they're nice about the camp.
Nothing to report, sir.
Indeed, nothing to report. Let us for a change party. I want to go with Cass and Blackwall, and then we'll go with all melee except for me. I will make a slight alteration in that I will put this right there, just so that I have someone with it. Cassandra has a point to spend. This template, what's this one do? Should you fall? Hopefully you never fall though, right? You have this one though, Spell Shatter. Because both of them have quests just down near here, so...
More giants. That can't be good.
Goody indeed. Anyways, here's a quick cut, just because this could take a while.